Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm blushing from that intro. It's so sweet. Thank you for listening to my music. Hi, Nava. Nava's my cousin now. Something like that. Hey, guys. What's up? I'm speaking to you from my rooftop in Crown Heights. First of all, thank you for having me here. I appreciate it. It's good to be talking to you guys, especially during this crazy time that we're living through right now. We heard from some really epic speakers that I'm in no way in the same league of, but honored to be on a flyer with them. So the question is how to lead. So there's a couple of things I'm thinking about in my head, when I asked that question. And the first thing I want to say is, for anybody that might feel like this is irrelevant to you, I think everyone here probably has a part of them that's thinking like, why am I hearing so much about leadership? Like, what makes me capable, or like, why am I a leader, right? You could be however old you are, 12, 14, 15, you're thinking like, why am I thinking so much about leadership? Who am I leading? But it's important to realize that to be a leader, you don't really have to know what you're doing. You just have to know where you're going. And that's what I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you a little story that happened to me. It's a story that is pretty relevant to life right now, the life that I'm going through right now. And I've actually thought about it a couple times over the last couple months. So I'm going to share it with you. So I was in the Army. I served as a commander in Givati in a combat unit in the IDF from 2012 to 2014. And I served most of my time as a commander in the West Bank, which was an intense area, an intense time to be leading other people. And I was given the responsibility of essentially having a group of young people, and I had to take care of them and lead them through missions and battle. And so that was really where I learned a lot of my leadership lessons from. But there's one point that happened that I find really relevant to my whole life, and I think a lot of people can find relevant. So we're in the West Bank, and we're on our way to a mission. We're going to, we have some information on somebody who's involved in terrorist activity, and we are doing a pretty standard arrest. So we go in with 2 Jeeps into a village, and we know where we're supposed to be going. And then as what happens a lot of times when we go in is you get ambushed. And there was actually a soldier, unfortunately, sadly, who died on one of these missions a couple of weeks ago in Israel. I think his name was Igal. I forget now, but he was in Golani. And it's a devastating story. But so we're on this mission, and what happens is we turn a corner, and we're ambushed. And there's a row of trash cans on fire, and we can't go past the street that we were planning on going past. And so what we have to do at that time is called litfos gova, which means to grab high ground, right? To get to that tallest place that you can get to and figure out where the problem is, right? People are throwing rocks from rooftops, and you're under attack. You don't know what's going on. It seems like very confusing and very, caught you off guard. That's what the point of an ambush. And so we get out of the car, all of us with our helmets on. I have 5 soldiers with me, and my other commander, another commander friend of mine, Surel, has 5 soldiers with him. And we get out of the cars, and we start going down an alleyway. I see a tall building that's like about 4 stories high. To the right, he sees to the left. I said, I'm going to go this way. We're signaling to each other. Everything's happening very fast. We get to the building, and I see that it looks empty. I open up the door, and stop moving your phone. It's unnerving. My bad. I'll stay put. So we get to this. I get to this building. Open up the door. It looks pitch black inside, and I see from across the room that there's a staircase on the other side, and we have to get to that staircase to get to the top of the building, right? Pretty straightforward. I know that that's where we have to get, to the top of the building. So I have a flashlight on my gun, and I'm the only one who has a flashlight. And at being the commander, I don't know why we don't give flashlights to everybody. It's just a thing. And so we go with 5 of us up against one wall, and then we make a left. We go up against the other wall, and then right before the staircase, there's a big hallway. There's this big gap of about 5 feet, and in a situation like that, you have to make sure that hallway is safe, right? You got to make sure that there's nothing waiting in that hallway. And so what you're meant to do is not put your whole body in front of it and make yourself exposed, but you're supposed to take your flashlight and flash it into around the corner just to make sure nobody's there. So I go for my flashlight, and I go to push the button on my flashlight, and the worst thing happens, which is nothing. Nothing happens. My flashlight doesn't turn on. I'm out of batteries, and I'm like, I cannot believe that this is happening to me right now. I click again. I click it like 5 times, hoping that something's going to change, and nothing changes. And we're in this building, and it's pitch black, and I have to make a decision, right? I have to know, am I going to just go for this and get to the top of this building, which is, I know that's where I need to get to. And I'm going to have to go through a pocket of total unknown, right? Total pitch black darkness, where you don't know what threats are around you. You don't know what's waiting for you around the corner, but you have to get to the top of the building. So I took a moment, and I felt, I just gathered my confidence and just took one step forward and walked through, and everybody followed me. Nobody asked any questions. Nobody's thinking that I'm questioning myself, because I moved forward with confidence. Thank God we got to the top of the building, and we walked up 4 flights in almost pitch black darkness, holding onto the walls, and we got to the top of the building and took care of, sorry. No, I apologize for moving so much. And we got to the top of the building, and we did what we needed to do, and we took care of the situation. Why is this relevant? Because in a way, we are all in a dark building, and we need to get somewhere. We have people that are following us, people that are looking to us for confidence and for strength. And all we need to do to be leaders in this situation is to know where you have to get to. You don't have to know exactly how to get there. You don't have to know exactly what tools you need to get to the top to accomplish your mission. All you have to know is that where you need to get to, and have the strength and the courage, the bravery, and the faith in God, that He has faith in you to get to that place. So when asked how to lead, there's no recipe. There's no magic answer to this question, because everybody's going to be leading in different situations, because everybody has a different top of their building. Everybody has a different place they need to get to. Right? So you really just have to figure out what that top of the building is for you, where you need to get to, figure out who's following you, take care of them, and just walk forward one step at a time with confidence. There's an idea from a couple of weeks ago in the Parsha. It says, that, we know this from a few different places, but it talks about walking with Hashem, right? And says in Shema. And the question is, why walking? Why not flying, right? We're talking about God. Like, shouldn't we have like a magic carpet or something? Like, why just walking? It seems like a boring verb for the creator of the world. And the thing about walking is that walking requires you to just put one foot in front of the other. Just take one step at a time. And that's what leadership is all about. Just take one step at a time, walk with confidence, walk with strength, know where you have to get to, focus on the destination, and you'll get there. So thank you again for having me, guys. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we all get to meet at a concert. And I guess any questions, maybe? Am I supposed to do that?
Any questions? I don't think we're gonna, let's see. We might have a few. If anyone wants to hit the chat box with questions, we have like about 1 minute. 30 seconds. But meanwhile, everyone wants to sing you. Everyone wants you to sing a song. That's what it seems from the chat box.
That's what it seems like, right? Actually, I'm on a rooftop. I don't have my guitar with me.
How do we get that confidence?
How do you get that confidence? I think being connected to Hashem, being connected to the Rebbe, being connected to something bigger than you. That's how you have confidence. You connect yourself to something that's greater than you. So your strength comes from somewhere else.
That's true. That's very powerful. I just want to say, like, I resonated so much with what you said, because when I was organizing this event, I was like, I know what I want to do, but I do not know what I'm doing. So I'm so grateful to you guys for coming out and inspiring us all, and for everyone who showed up. I gotta sing without your guitar.
Next time, guys. Next time we'll do a concert in person.
Well, thank you so much, Jeryko. And
pleasure.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. All the best.
Thank you. Okay, so before we wrap up this program, I have one final question, and shortly thereafter, we'll conclude by picking the winner to our AirPods giveaway. So, how will you exhibit leadership and make this practical for you? I'm going to say it again very slowly. How will you exhibit leadership and make this practical for you? I hope I'm not moving too much. I'm sitting down right now. Hit the chat box below. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, we started an AirPods Pro giveaway, and here's how it worked. So you submitted an idea for a volunteer project, and the top 8 candidates are going to be chosen to be trained and funded by the program. And submissions are going to be evaluated based on practicality, originality, and impact. This is all based on the idea is that you have so much power and there's so many people in need. So step up to the plate. Now, the cool thing about this is all submissions, whether they're picked or not, are going to be entered into a raffle for a pair of AirPods Pro. So just to note, although any ideas, although we're doing the giveaway right now and we're picking the winner, the ideas can still be submitted, and we will be announcing next Thursday which 8 ideas will win to be trained, funded, and mentored, okay?